So guys, for the first step, you want to plug in your power cable. So you want to plug in the end of it to your wall socket and then the other end to the back of your Nintendo Wii. It goes right there. Plug that into there. Now for the second step, we're going to plug in our composite cables. So you want to plug this into the back of your Wii on that side, and you want to plug this part to the back of your TV. Now in my case, I'm using a modern TV, so it doesn't actually have these cables right here. So instead, I'm going to be using a HDMI cable, which I have at the back of my TV. I'm going to be using a HDMI cable instead. Now, unfortunately, the Wii doesn't actually take the HDMI cable. There's no HDMI slot here. So instead, I have an adapter. I have this Wii to HDMI adapter right here. So I'm going to plug in my HDMI cable into my adapter. Here's my HDMI cable, and then here's my adapter. Let's plug it in real quick. So it looks like this now for me. But in your case, if your TV has got those composite cables, you could just use that instead. But for me, since my TV can only take HDMI, I have to do this instead. Use a HDMI to Wii adapter. So now I'm going to plug this into the back of my Wii. It goes in right here. Let's plug that in. And now for the last cable, it's going to be this right here. This will detect our Wii controllers. So you can place this either on the top of your TV or on the bottom of your TV. For me, I prefer it on the bottom of my TV, so I'm trying to keep it right here. And you now want to plug this in right here to the back of your Wii. Let's plug this in right here into the back of the Wii, like so. There we go. There we go. We've now plugged in all the cables for our Nintendo Wii. And you should now be seeing the red light right here. So we can now turn on our Nintendo Wii. Let's turn this on. And now once our Nintendo Wii turns on, we're now going to sync our controllers. Now to sync our controllers, we're just going to turn our controller around, take out the back. We should now be seeing this. Now we're going to take out the flap of the Wii. Okay, we should now be at this stage. Now you want to hold on the red button right here on the Wii controller and then hold on this red button here on the Nintendo Wii to sync the controller. We're going to hold it for 3 seconds. So I'm holding them both at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Let go. Okay. And it's now been synced up, so you can see right here, player 1 for this Nintendo Wii controller. And you can repeat that for any other controllers that you have. We should now be on this page. It should now take us to here automatically once you sync up your controller. Now, if your cursor is not working for some reason, you want to point your Wii controller to this thing that we set up earlier, which will now detect your controller. So it's now pointed to here. So I'm pointing to it, and now my cursor appears. You want to select your language, confirm. Now I have my sensor below my TV, the thing I just showed you right now, to detect my controller. Confirm again. You want to set your date, and you just want to follow through all these steps. Okay, now once you've gone through all of the settings, we should now be on the Wii home screen. So you can now insert your disc into your Wii if you want to. And you want to click right here once you insert your disc, and you can now play your game. That's how you do it.